and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss phosphine. What is this phosphine? It is the hydride of phosphorus. It is the hydride of phosphorus and its formula is pH3. Before we have discussed ammonia, now we have phosphine. So first thing is its preparation. How to prepare phosphine? First method is from metallic phosphides. From metallic phosphides. If water or any acid is passed from metallic phosphides, then we can easily obtain a phosphine. For example, we have if water is passed from a sodium phosphide, then sodium hydroxide is formed and a phosphine gas is released. We can balance it. So this is the preparation of a phosphine. Even we can use any acid. So by the action of water or acid from metallic phosphides, we can obtain a phosphine. Even we can use any other metallic phosphides like calcium phosphide. So actually these are double displacement reactions only. So first method is from metallic phosphides. When water or any acid is passed from metallic phosphides, we obtain a phosphine. Second method is how to prepare pure phosphine. Pure phosphine is obtained by heating hypophosphorus acid. Heating of a phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid is H3PO3. If phosphorus acid is heated at a temperature range of 478 Kelvin, then we obtain phosphoric acid and phosphine gas. If we balance it, so by heating 4 molecules of phosphorus acid, we obtain 3 molecules of phosphoric acid and phosphine gas is released. This phosphine is now in pure form. Second, pure phosphine can be prepared by heating phosphorus salts with any alkali. So reaction of phosphonium salt with any alkali. For example, we have phosphonium iodide, and if we heat with react with the alkali sodium hydroxide, as a result, sodium iodide, phosphine, and water is produced. So by these two methods, we can prepare pure phosphine. Now, how to prepare phosphine in a lab? In lab, it is prepared by the action of white phosphorus. In lab, it is prepared by heating white phosphorus in presence of concentrated nitric acid. Concentrated sodium hydroxide in an inert atmosphere of CO2. So reaction is white phosphorus with the concentrated sodium hydroxide in inert atmosphere of CO2. As a result, sodium hypophosphite is formed and phosphine gas is released. As a result, sodium hypophosphite is formed and phosphine gas is released. This is the lab method to prepare phosphine. Why inert atmosphere of CO2 is there? If any impurity is there, that will neutralized by CO2. So these are the methods to prepare phosphine. Now what are the physical properties? It is colorless gas having unpleasing smell of a rotten fish or a garlic smell. Unpleasing smell. Second, it is highly poisonous gas. It is a highly poisonous gas. It is heavier than air. And it is slightly soluble in water. Slightly soluble in water. These are the physical properties. Now, what is the structure of a phosphine? The structure is similar to ammonia. Phosphorus has 5 valence electrons, 3 electrons are shared with hydrogen, and 1 lone pair is present. So, it is the case of AB3L1. So, definitely 4 hybrid orbitals will form. Hybridization is sp3. So, expected geometry should be tetrahedral, but due to presence of one lone pair, geometry will be planar or distorted tetrahedral. So its geometry is planar or pyramidal, or we can say distorted tetrahedral. Its bond angle will be lower than that of ammonia, and value is 93. In ammonia, bond angle was 107 degree. So this is the structure of a phosphine similar to ammonia, but its bond angle is lower than that of ammonia. Now, what are the chemical properties of a phosphine? First is action with litmus. It is a slightly basic, so it forms a basic salts. We can react phosphine with the halogen acids. So it reacts with halogen acids to form a phosphonium salts. For example, we have so when it reacts with the hydrogen iodide, it forms a phosphonium iodide, and when reacts with HCl, it forms a phosphonium chloride. And both these are basic in nature. That's it will convert a red litmus to blue because it is basic in nature. Second is its reaction with the chlorine. Phosphine reacts with chlorine to form either trihalides or pentahalides, means phosphorus trichloride or phosphorus pentachloride, depending on the amount of chlorine. So when 3 moles of chlorine reacts with the phosphine, trichloride is formed, and if 4 moles reacts, then pentachloride is formed. Pentachloride is less stable than trichloride. Its third property is reaction with oxygen. Phosphine itself is a non-combustible gas, but it burns in presence of oxygen at a temperature range of 423 to 433 Kelvin and forming its acid. So it burns in presence of oxygens to form a phosphoric acid, but its phosphine itself is a non-combustible gas, does not help in combustion, but reacts in presence of oxygen to give a acid. Property number 4 is its decomposition. When phosphine is heated at a temperature range of 713 Kelvin in absence of oxygen, then it gives its corresponding elements, means phosphorus and hydrogen are separated. So it decomposes at a temperature range of 713 Kelvin, but make sure there is no presence of oxygen. Oxygen must be absent to give its corresponding components, phosphorus and hydrogen. Next property number 5 is reaction with the nitrogen oxides, oxides of nitrogen. It reduces nitrogen oxides. It reduces dinitrogen oxide to nitrogen, and it reduces nitric oxide also. This is the reduction of oxides of nitrogen. Dinitrogen oxide is reduced to dinitrogen, and nitric oxide is reduced to nitrogen. Next is its reaction with the metallic salts. When phosphine is bubbled through metallic solutions, then precipitation reactions occur and phosphides are formed of different metals. For example, we have if phosphine is bubbled through aqueous solution of copper sulfate, then cuprous phosphide is formed. And it is a solid insoluble mass precipitate at the bottom. That is the precipitation reactions with the phosphine. For example, we have mercury chloride HgCl2. When phosphine is bubbled again, then phosphides of mercury will form. So it shows precipitation reactions formed precipitate of copper, mercury and silver when it is bubbled through metallic solutions. So these are the chemical properties of a phosphate. In next lecture, we will understand the oxides of phosphorus. Thank you.